Hi, I am Kate Mulheron. I am creator of Earthways Yoga, and thank you so much for joining this intro to Earthways. This is a yoga that is based on three lineages, the yoga, as well as the five element lineage of acupuncture through the Chinese ways of acknowledging the five elements that live outside of the world, also lives within you through the meridian channels and the acupuncture points that facilitate the meridian channels. That in Earthways Yoga, through all 5 seasons, we work at these meridians and these points to activate yoga, create deeper inner processing and healing, as well as helping you to find a balanced way. The third lineage is called the nature ways, and it's a way of working with Mother Nature as a bridge that helps you find greater, deeper balance through the natural world as guardians, as teachers, as elders in the natural world to help you as the human, and maybe even a sensitive human, an empathic human, an intuitive human, to find deeper inner strength. And this yoga I created over, I don't know, about 15 years as a teacher, that it just started to create itself. And I am so honored that you want to partake in this. Now, this is an intro to Earthways Yoga, and there are some building blocks that we're going to work with today. And because this system is so intricate with the 5 elements and all of the points that we use, what I will teach you today truly is the foundation of every time you meet a practice of Earthways or any other lineage of yoga. You will always sense and feel how to connect deeper through these channels. I am joined today with Chris Coral. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
He is an Earthways Yoga teacher as well as an astrologer who accompanies me on retreats, and he is someone I completely trust and go to myself as someone who really believes within Father Sky. It's always an attunement to how Mother Earth and how we are attuned to her. So thank you, Chris, for being student today.
Happy to be student and to receive.
Wonderful. Okay, so a couple of things before we begin. The tools that you will need. You'll need a yoga mat, of course. And Chris has a rolled up mat, if you would show. That's a great thing. If you had an extra mat around, you would roll it up, or just using a blanket. And I'll show you how to roll it. You would take it with these 4 corners, and then you take half. So it's kind of like rolling a burrito, and then another half. And you just roll it up, roll it up. And what this is going to do is you will lie on it like Chris is about to, right behind your heart, right behind your heart. And then we place a block behind the head so your heart and head and your roots have one line of engagement as you begin. So if you would be so kind to start. Good. So as you begin to settle into your mat, on the back of your block, upon your head, feet are flat on the earth, knees are bent, and you can either have your knees drawing center of what we would call constructive rest, or just having your feet truly flat upon Mother Earth. And you're making that assessment and that shift that this next 75 minutes is really just all about acknowledging and honoring the very breath from which you rise with and from which it falls. May you take a full inhale from the soles of your feet, expanding through your belly, up through your heart to the crown of your head. Big open mouth exhale. Clear, cleanse, and release. Good. Do that again. Inhale, facilitate movement through your belly to your heart, to the crown of your head. Open mouth exhale, clear, cleanse, and release. Lovely. One more round. Inhale, belly, heart, crown of head. Really start to feel the movement of your breath. Open mouth exhale, clear, cleanse, and release. And as your eyes are closed, you begin to sense and feel the movement of touch. And this is the sensory system that Earthways is so deeply built upon. We're learning and retraining you to be an intuitive keeper of your being. And that means learn how to pay attention in a yoga practice. As we shift to the first sense is called touch. And wherever you are drawn to place your hands, whether your eyes, your heart, your belly, start to feel the movement of your breath as it rises. And sense and feel how the movement of touch working with your breath. As it rises, inhale, what do you sense and feel? Like, what does the touch connect you with? Good. Taking 3 more rounds of breath on your own without any guidance from me. Good. 2 more rounds. Sensing and feeling how your breath connects you internally to what do you feel when you move breath within you. Nice. Thanking this gift for feeling and absorbing the movement of touch as we move into the second layer, which is the movement of sound. The Mother Earth acknowledges vibration of sound in communication through her whole landscape of being. You are no different. May you connect, to the actual sound and the movement of breath. Good. 4 more rounds just like that. I just offered an open mouth Ujjayi breath so that your lungs have the ability to open their system to receive the essence of air, of breath, of life itself. And when you can breathe in such a way that all of your attention comes to just the true essence of your seed of sound. This is where the magic and a deeper bridge of awareness is drawing you into your internal landscape for you to pay attention to. May you take 1 more round, and it doesn't always have to be the biggest breath of sound, but don't be afraid of the big open mouth exhales that need to move out. That's just a way of you clearing. You are learning how to clear, to filter out what is unkind and not yours, and coming back to a stable, balanced way of living, being and breathing. Thank the sound and seed of sound as a way of connecting you to a greater, deeper awareness that your essence of being understands the movement of air, the movement of sound. Take one more inhale. This is truly the last one. Open mouth, exhale, clear, cleanse, and release, and you move on. Good. The third layer is vision. As your eyes are closed, learn how to physically shift that same awareness that you see the outer world with. May you start to see your inner world with this same way of seeing. And how we start to do that is start to literally see where you're taking breath in your belly. Let's begin there. Just allowing the shift of your inner vision to move to the rounds of breath of greater nurturance starting to build into a great way of bellowing, way greater breath to acknowledge the source of the life that is rooted and anchored within your gut. Chakra 2. And may you take about 3 more rounds of just tenderly seeing. Maybe you bring the awareness to breathing in your heart space. How does it feel? Is it open enough to receive aliveness within your own center of heart, where you have an anchoring of your light, an anchoring of your own essence, your soul, that has a lovely anchor of support within the center of your heart. May you look, see within your own vision of how you breathe in this area. Take 2 more rounds of breath. Open mouth, exhale, clear, cleanse, and release as you're starting to land into practice. Good. Take 1 more round of breath. Inhale, starting to surrender the back of your skull, the back of your heart, and a little bit deeper into your roots now, allowing your feet to start to get a little sparkly. This is truly where the anchoring of your root chakra, which holds the energy of earth, the element earth. The earth of your being is within your root chakra, which moves not only from your pelvic floor, but it also extends through your legs and through the soles of your feet. Start to acknowledge and ignite your vision, your mind, all into the soles of your feet. Take 2 more rounds, as though everything is intended to bring more awareness and attention to how you hold your center through the soles of your feet. 1 more round, inhale. Big sigh out, open mouth, exhale, clear, cleanse, and release. You'll hear me say that so many times. Please bring the awareness in your hand to your belly if you don't already have it there. As we will start to bring the vision, your sound, and how you acknowledge touch. Now you acknowledge that one of them is a primary sense, the one that acknowledges and enlivens you into wanting to know more. Was it touch? Is it sound? Or is it vision? Choose one in this practice today to focus so much of your attention. I will continue to speak of all 3, but there is one that is a primary opening. It opens a door for you, if you will. Allow it to open door after door after door in this practice. Good. And just allowing the simplicity of just allowing this one sense to be a guide to be a guide to a deeper place within you. Notice the color that accompanies this sense. Is there a color that deepens the exploration of where you are going on this day to help you hold your center strong? To help you hold your center strong, because life will continue to come at you, but may you always hold your center strong. May we shift to the natural world, and from your heart center, would you be so kind as to invite something from nature that has running water and root of a tree? What comes up for you? Root of a tree and running water from the natural world, and begin to sense and feel the stability of the roots and the intricate system of a rooted tree has the depth from which the meridian channels that live in your body have such a similar system as the roots of a tree to Mother Earth. Good. And just allowing that invitation to know that you are to be a nourished being, just like tree extends into the waters and the earth and the soil to find deeper nurturance for its solidity, which continually has movement, cleansing, filtering, to find its internal balance within. That is your job on this day. What is coming into you? And now allow yourself to be that environment. Learn from this environment. Notice, where do you not nurture yourself? Place your hand on the area that feels dry, stagnant, stuck. Notice that your breath cannot move through this area. And just notice right now that Chris is placing his hand on an area of his body that is not necessarily running at its best. May you invite the waters and the rooted system of tree to teach you how to better nurture these places on body that sometimes get forgotten in the crazy game of life. Good. And may you acknowledge your physical body. Take a couple of breaths to just be in relationship that you are here to heal, honor, and take care of your physical body, bones, and being that you have chosen to walk with in this life. Take one more inhale, acknowledging your physical body. Open mouth, exhale, clear and release. May you acknowledge your emotional body, your emotional well-being today. Where are you at? Breathing into whatever is the first emotion that is surfacing. It's not bad, right, wrong, or good even. It gets to exist. Our major emotions of fear, anger, grief, joy, and love. May they all have a place in the movement of the capacity as a human that you have every right to express and be through the cycle of the movement of your emotional body. Inhale. Big sigh out, open mouth, exhale, clear, cleanse, and release, and really out through the soles of your feet. You're keeping on learning how to let go. Good. May you acknowledge your essence, your soul, your light body. And may you acknowledge that your essence light body has the ability to connect with the density of your physical earth body. And may they meet within this practice today through the emotional capacity of your human heart. And may all three parts begin to partake in a balanced way with each other. Take one more inhale. Big open mouth, exhale, clear, cleanse, and release. And when you feel complete, please roll to your right side into a posture called seed. It is a side embryo, if you will. Your knees come into chest. Your right arm will go long. So the side of your head softly is being held by your bicep. And this is called seed to promote what we would call the beginning. This is the beginning. What are you creating in this practice? And as your palms are rotated down, may you connect to Mother Earth herself as a beingness. And if you've never done this kind of work before, it might feel strange. Just be with the ground from which that is beneath you. And from that space, from your heart, you extend gratitude to Mother Earth for holding you, supporting you, teaching you nurturance, compassion. And from that space, may you receive maybe a seed of sound from her. And may you hum what you're receiving, for this is another layer of a bridge. And it can sound like this. Do that 2 more times. And what that should facilitate is a soothingness. You're soothing yourself with the sound of Mother Earth. Good. One more. This is called a toning breath. It's an inhale. Make sure you fill yourself up. Then your exhale tones the sound, inviting a deeper bridge with your physical, emotional, and essence body. And when you feel complete, you will roll to your backside, but move the tools from your back body. So now just your spine is upon the earth. And as you roll on back, right away, hug your knees into your chest. Hug your knees into your chest. And as you hug your knees into your chest, they can either be directly together or start to open your knees apart if that feels safe for you. As I will introduce you to your very first acupuncture point that we in Earthways teach. It is behind your belly button, spine side. Begin to press this area down. Bring your vision, your sound, or your connection of touch as you inhale into this point called Gate of Life. How beautiful is that? To breathe into your gate of life. This is where life source is held to bring nurturance, Mother Earth energy of the greatest level of nurturance that you can fill yourself as the other The way that the lineage calls this is the gate of destiny. And how can you complete your destiny if you do not feel filled up by life source itself within your gate of life? Take 3 more rounds of breath. Bring so much awareness into this area and start to sense and feel. What do you even feel here? Does it feel empty? Does it feel harmful? Does it feel edgy? Does it make you angry? Does it make you sad? If you feel super filled up in this area, wonderful. Keep on filling yourself up. For most of us, this is the first place we go out when we're in fear, is out of roots. And through Earthways Yoga, we're learning how to access your roots first above all else. Everything else will fill up once your roots feel facilitated in the greatest nurturance you can possibly be in existence of. Take one more inhale. It's almost like you want to bellow breath in this area. Big open mouth exhale. Let it get loud. Start to release. Good. Releasing both feet to the earth. We're going into what we call tractioning. Both feet planted on the earth, and the hands will come directly on your thighs. Directly on your thighs. Nice. Good. And from this state, if you notice, arms are active. Your palms of your hands are pressing into the roots of your thighs. Just think about this in the system of treeness, that this is the very root of your own vessel. Now, may you press your hips in contractioning away from how your thighs are moving forward. Now, reseal gate of life from here. You will take 3 rounds of breath. Inhale until you cannot sip up any more air. Hold for 3 counts. Exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Reseal gate of life to Mother Earth. Inhale 1. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Really fill up here. Exhale out for 3, 2, 1. Do that one more round. That all you're doing right now is just creating spaciousness for your hips, your gate of life and sacrum. And each round you're drawing your low belly in and up. Releasing your hands from your thighs, bring your left leg straight up to the sky. Bring your left leg up to the sky, yep. And notice interlacing your hands as close to your sits bone as possible. It's right at the belly of your thigh. Interlace to the webbing, and it's almost like your thigh is in a basket. And as the basket is being held, the slight wind might come along as your leg and your whole bone of thigh might wave in that wind. Take an inhale in towards your left hip only. Now press thigh into hand, hand into thigh. Drag shoulders up, back, and down. Reseal gate of life towards Mother Earth. Flex your left foot to the sky. And in the same intention, bring your right foot as it spirals down to earth in opposition. In its subtlety, you're building awareness. Taking 3 more rounds of breath. Good. And just bringing your awareness. What was your primary sense? Coming back to just that connection. Just that connection. One more round here. And on your exhale, releasing your leg into grounded figure 4. You'll bend your left knee, place your left ankle on top of your right thigh, and you'll go into tractioning again. Both hands are on, left hand's on left thigh, right hand's on right thigh. We're introducing a breath work called Uddiyana Bandha, and I will explain. Take an inhale in fullness into your gate of life. Exhale all your air out, get rid of it. Without taking an inhale, just scoop low belly in and up. Hold, reseal gate of life. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release, do it again. Inhale into gate of life, exhale out. Get rid of all of your air. Good. Scoop low belly in and up. Reseal your gate of life towards the earth. Tether your right foot towards the earth. Release, inhale. And on your exhale, big sigh out, exhale, feel the back of your heart and spine start to surrender. You may keep this shape right here. Take 5 more breaths or fly your figure 4. And that's interlacing your hand behind your your right thigh as your right foot comes off the mat. Close your eyes and just settle. Right, we're always pushing to grow more and more and do more and more on our physical path and our spiritual path. And sometimes we have to learn how to pause, deepen into awareness, and allow your body to reset. And that's what Earthways teaches you to do by working with the natural world, the acupuncture points, as well as the elements that live and exist within your body. You're starting to draw a beautiful painting, if you will. And within the color that is associated with your sensory system today, start to draw what is being created today. Every practice is a new creation. Take one more inhale into your roots in its fullness. And a big sigh out, exhale. See if your left knee will widen towards the front of your mat as you settle your right hip closer towards the earth. Releasing your figure 4 to grounded figure 4, moving into half happy baby on the left side. You would grab from the inner arch of your foot with your left hand. And right, it just depends on what feels comfortable. Sometimes just hugging your left knee back into chest can feel like enough, or by grabbing your foot. The next point I will introduce, it is on your kidney meridian channel, kidney 1. It is called bubbling spring. It's between your second and third toe in the line of the ball of your foot. And I'm showing it to you in the camera. It's right there. Yeah. And you just can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It's just a gorgeous point, and it's called a bubbling spring, one of my favorites. For it is the very source of life itself, is the waters that run through you, through the mother. And when you are depleted, parched, or dehydrated, it's hard for you to engage with the nurturance of life itself. May you ask your bubbling spring to share its waters from the base of your foot all the way through the system of the meridian that acknowledges the waters and your kidney meridian channel. Take one more inhale, flushing out through your left thigh. Big sigh out, exhale, clear, cleanse, and release. See if you can allow your left shoulder to soften down your back body. Release.
both feet down to the ground. Take an inhale. Fill up from roots, heart, crown of your head. Big sigh out, exhale. Starting to now be with the 2 points that you've been introduced to. Gate of life and bubbling spring. Let's go back to tractioning. Hands on your thighs. 3 of the deepest breaths that you can create. Inhale until you cannot take another sip of air. Hold. Press your gate of life down so much so that you feel like an energy exchange happens between Mother Earth and you. Exhale out, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale 1, inhale 2, gorgeous. Inhale 3, hold, reseal, and your tailbone slightly carves forward so you can get that true seal. Exhale out 3, exhale out 2, exhale out 1. One more time. Inhale, sealing up, and use your hands to move thighs forward. Kick your hips back in opposition. Exhale out 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Left leg up to the sky. Let's move on. I'm sorry, is it right leg? Okay. Interlace your hands behind the belly of your thigh or your sits bone. This is just one of those postures that you don't have to do too much in of itself. You're asking that your right thigh bone is resetting back into its root. And from that reset, flexing your foot to the sky and just allowing your shoulders to drip down your back body. Now reset, gate of life in. Remembering bubbling spring is on, you've met it on your left side. Sealing and feeling your bubbling spring, water being shared with your roots. Nice. 2 more rounds of breath, maybe 3. Just allowing your mind to get quiet. You're just sensing and feeling through touch, the sound of your waters, and the vision from which is being experienced. And notice where analysis starts to come in. It's not bad or wrong, but it is a distraction. Being with what is and allowing what is to be exactly where you need to be. Acknowledging the energy of universal nurturance. Good. Take one more inhale, remembering this is like a basket. You're pressing thigh into hand, hand into thigh, resetting root chakra, your rooted system. Nice. Releasing your hands and coming straight into grounded figure 4. Yeah, both hands are on your thighs. And we'll move into Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha, hands on your thighs, gorgeous. Seal low back down to Mother Earth. You'll take an inhale into gate of life, fill up. Exhale out all of your air. Scoop low belly in and up, reseal gate of life, so much so that your low belly above your pubic bone is starting to buzz with energy. Release. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale out your air. Get very excited about this. This is you stabilizing your root, your center, your right to be. Release. Last round. Inhale. Get your feet active. Allow them to be alive. Exhale out. Gorgeous. Exhale. Scoop low belly in and up. Hold. So much so your gate of life is active and your left foot could come off the earth if you wanted to. That's how active you are. Release. Inhale. filling up. That's a gorgeous hold. And may you stay in grounded figure four. On some days, honestly, this is enough. Or fly your figure four. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. And you just start to wave your hips from side to side, just like how waters would move in the natural world. As water is always trying to find the easiest course. And sometimes our life, we try to find the hardest course. And may we acknowledge how waters do truly just want to find the most easeful course of movement. Sense and feel the places that feel in conflict, that hurt, that ache, that are tender, that you are so connected into wanting to find an easier course of living, loving, and being. Take one more inhale, filling up, big sigh out, exhale, open up right knee wide, surrender left hip down, draw low belly in and up. Lovely. Releasing when it feels complete. Going back to grounded figure four, your shift, releasing your hands, your shift is half happy baby, grabbing from your inner arch of foot. This time, you're right. And remembering you're finding bubbling spring on the ball of your foot between second and third toe. And again, you can't go wrong. It's just somewhere when we're finding acupuncture points, these are little points that are on meridian channels, like the rooted system of a tree, as a way of connecting to all of the inner passages of your body and being as messengers to your healing, to your balance. And each point is just another little messenger upon these channels. This particular messenger is called bubbling spring. How connected are you to the resource of life itself? The movement of your own waters as a way to facilitate healing, nurturing. Take about 3 more rounds of breath and we'll move on after this. I'm just noticing the compression in your right hip, but allowing your left hip to be just as invested as your center line finds its stability. The third point that I will teach you today is called utmost middle, which is 2 fingers above your pubic bone. So you can find your pubic bone 2 fingers above, and it's on the center line. It is called utmost middle. Truly, it's the center of the all. This is your root. This is your center. If you get any point today, may you find this one. As you inhale into gate of life, exhale as you draw low belly in and up. You're truly just trying to access your utmost middle so you may hold your life source at its greatest capability. Take one more inhale. If you love Uddiyana Bandha, take that, or just a breath of great fullness. Release, or just let your right foot find the earth. Good. And take a moment just to surrender, and you'll find a block, and you shall place it between your inner legs all the way to pubic bone as we prepare for root work. Feet down, start to squeeze your inner leg line, reseal gate of life, and really sensing and feeling
Your bubbling spring starting to spread waters into your rooted system. All of this is happening all at once. Kidney meridian channel begins at bubbling spring, rises through your inner legs, and it's why you're squeezing the block to activate kidney meridian channel. It's just one of the channels that's running there, but that's what we're working with today. May you take 2 more rounds of breath, and each exhale, you want your feet, your legs, and your rooted system to work so beautifully and invested to help you find greater strength within. Second leg, you may just stay right here for the next 8 to 10 breaths. That can be enough. Next round, interlace your hands behind the back of your head. Please wrap your elbows around your temples of eye. Lift head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. You want to come up as high as you can. And now just allow your head to fall into this gorgeous basket of support, which are your hands. This is grounded root work. We're not going any further than this shape right now, but we're going to hold it for a while. Exhale out your air, remembering the 3 points today. Seal your feet into the earth. Inhale into gate of life until you cannot take another breath. Hold, squeeze your block, and on your exhale, draw your utmost middle right above your pubic bone. Get all of your air out by drawing. Yes. Relax your head into your hands. 3 more rounds. Inhale into gate of life, as though the ceiling of your feet, you want them to shake a little bit. Exhale, squeeze as you draw your low belly in, but you get to let your head and your neck soften, your teeth, your mouth, your face, all of that gets to soften. Get the lower half of your body. We have 1 more round until we get to rest. Yes, gorgeous. Release head, neck, and shoulders, but so slowly, like you're trying to unwind any of the tension as your head reaches Mother Earth. Setting up into bridge posture, arms by your sides, re-squeeze your block. Now don't get fooled, this is actually another root work. Lift your hips off the mat, squeeze your block. Your imagery, your vision is in your feet as though they were the roots of a tree. Yes. Squeeze your block, inhale. Use your sits bones to draw inward, tailbone lengthens forward. Now, each exhale, you want to activate utmost middle. So you should feel this moving through your whole cord being on the front side, back side of your body. Keep on drawing tailbone forward. That's it. It's like you are 1 body's length distance into Mother Earth, right here. Dig deep. You have 5 rounds of breath. If you don't feel it, move your bottom half until you do. Whether you need to go lower or higher, but don't go so high that you're missing your roots and you've gone directly into your heart. 3 more rounds, that's right. So sound is coming out of Chris. Allow sound to move out of you. You're moving sound to clear energy out that is unkind and not yours. May you filter unkind ways of sometimes we absorb from life itself. So you can find a greater balanced way of being. Give it 1 more beautiful gift on your exhale. Dig your bubbling spring in. Release. Head, neck, and shoulders are
it down, reseal gate of life. Place your hand on your belly and just take 3 quiet breaths. Sense and feel. Has anything changed? What's shifting? Whether you're finding deeper, fuller breath, may that be the shift. May you're finding more awareness to how you surrender into deeper, nourished roots. May that be another layer of remembering. Good. Second round, interlace your hands. We're doing that whole thing again. Just the second round. You should have a deeper recommitment. For everything we do in Earthways isn't in subtlety, but within subtlety becomes the empowerment that you hold for your own being. Lift head, neck, and shoulders up. Inhale. Big sigh out. Exhale. Clear, cleanse, and release. Seal gate of life down. Feet are on the earth. If you're feeling like you have one an up level, you can pick your feet up to 90 degrees. Chris is going to keep them on the ground today. You find your way. You have 5 rounds. Chris already has 2 breaths gone right now. The breath work is you inhale into gate of life until you cannot take another breath. It's like bellowing breath. Exhale, squeeze your thighs as you draw low belly in and up. You want to fight for your life source to be held by you. Nobody else gets to have this life source but you. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Yes. As sensitives, we can sometimes get a little angry in root work because out of compassion, we give so much of life force and source to others because we care. But then you lose your own power. You lose how you hold yourself. And this is all we're doing in root work, reestablishing and resetting your roots. Release, head, neck, and shoulders down. Inhale. Get your head and neck to move away from the spine. Gorgeous. Second round of bridge. Let's go. Arms by your sides, palms up or palms down. You make that choice. Rise up and now dig deep. 5 rounds of breath. Use this in the most guttural way possible. Inhale, squeeze your blocks. Sits bones drop forward. Tailbone forward. Exhale, grow the belly in and up. 4 more rounds of breath. Feet strong. Shaking is good. That is energy moving out. Let it filter through your bubbling spring, through the soles of your feet. 3 more rounds. You got this. Inhale. Surrendering your heart. That's it. That's it. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Tailbone lengthens. Your psoas is also getting a nice extension and lengthening, but this is core work. Do not let your low belly get out of this. You want to reset. And that's it. Slow descend down. Take your time. Take your time. That's it. Now take a moment. This time get rid of the block. Badakanasana. It's butterfly pose, supine butterfly pose. Feet together. Knees wide. Hands on your belly. Close your eyes. Take a quiet couple of moments. Sometimes you may feel a sound, a visionary recharge of whether sound, color, or the natural world is helping you to feel that a reset has now been established. How will you hold this reset within you? Take one more inhale, all about universal nurturance. Big sigh out, exhale, good. Bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs, knees together. Good.
Roll your knees into your chest, and then you'll roll to the opposite side to seat posture. Just take a pause, taking a full inhale, and a big sigh out. Exhale. May there be a shift within you at this time. Coming up to hands and knees, facing the front of your mat, whatever that is for you. And we can start with a child's pose, just to take a nice reset. Knees wide, arms forward, hands to the earth. Third eye center, which truly holds the seat of inner vision. And what we're trying to do is reset vision to come more towards you, rather than always trying to access the world outside of you, seeing so deeply in others. And sometimes we miss our own selves. And as your eyes, your inner vision is bowing to Mother Earth here, there's a quietness that begins to occur. Taking 3 more rounds of breath, and you're starting to connect in a different way to the points that I have taught you today. Bubbling spring on the bottom of your foot. Gate of life behind your belly button, spine side. And utmost middle, as you continually are recharging and resetting that inner deepening of how you hold your own root. Take 1 more inhale, big sigh out, open mouth, exhale. And coming up now to hands and knees. Your knees are at hip distance, and please curl your toes under today, as this will stimulate your water meridian channel of bubbling spring. Palms are open, wide, and alive, just as your feet are open, wide, and alive. Finding neutral spine. And I'm coming underneath here, so utmost middle is activated, lengthening your sacrum long and wide, filling gate of life here. So in of itself right here, this is a core experience. That's it. Curl toes under. If you want the challenge, you'll lift your knees up, hover. Use this moment to activate utmost middle. That's it. Gorgeous. So using this as a rooted exercise to start to stimulate that connection to owning your own space. Feel that, hold that, bring it. Now, wrist injured, you're not going to love the hover. Your knees can be on the earth, but stay with it. 3 more rounds of breath. Inhale, expand into gate of life. Exhale, draw utmost middle in and up. Do that 2 more times. And you're also activating your bubbling spring on the balls of your feet. 1 more round. Inhale. And now on your exhale, lifting your hips up to the sky as you set up for downward facing dog. Walk your feet out. First time, hands and feet on the day. Downward dog is absolutely one of my favorite postures in yoga, as it actually is activating every single one of your meridian channels. Through your physical body, your emotional body, and your essence body are all landing in this moment. And downward dog is a beautiful posture of a spinal elongation that you can start to track and practice when something has let go, or when something doesn't feel particularly supportive. Hands and feet, may they be an action word. Good. Yeah, we want your hands and feet to always feel the communication to Mother Earth. Relax your head and your neck, shake loose. Take 3 more rounds. Take an inhale. And a big sigh out. Exhale. May you drop to your knees and find child's pose once again. Walk your hands forward. Widen your knees. Now get your breath stronger. What does the environment of the natural world show you of where you need to build in nurturance? This is just a moment of passing through. Good. Use your hands to pull your chest forward into Sphinx posture. You're going to move yourself forward so your belly is towards the earth, elongating your legs. Place your forearms on the ground. It's a Sphinx posture, and it's one of those gorgeous postures that allows your belly down side of the point of utmost middle and gate of life to be the prime bell of the ball right now. Close your eyes. Palms are active. Start to pull your chest forward. There's the goal. Inhale, move your belly as though it was the biggest vessel of water. Press it towards the earth. Exhale, pull your chest forward. Again, inhale. You want to move your belly here. There you go. Good job. One more. Inhale. Expand your belly in towards the earth below. Exhale. Pull your chest forward as your tailbone lengthens down. Lovely. Release back to hands and knees. Let's go hover knees again because I love you. Inhale. Find neutrality, right? So this spine, I want lengthened, but you're really pulling up through utmost middle. It should feel like an active yang posture with very little you're doing. Yes, now you can hover your knees. Chris hovered before I said, so he'll be there for a little bit longer. Now, you can always turn this into a bear posture. You start to press your chest back towards your thighs. Yeah, and let your head go. Yeah, so notice the difference of what just happened in Chris's posture. You may keep in neutrality and hover. This should not be easy. Or you're moving it into bear, like a pouncing bear. Feel that energy. There's an aliveness, there's an awakeness. Allow that to be held. One more inhale. Really work your utmost middle in and up, downward dog. Your hips have risen. Palms are woke, so are your feet. 3 rounds of breath only. Notice the difference in downward dog. Their second round, you should feel a little bit more warmed up here. Take one more inhale only. Walk yourself forward to the front of your mat. Forward folds. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Grab your opposite elbows. There it is. And just you can shake loose from your right side to your left side. May you find great stability underneath your body and being. Bubbling spring. Inhale, bringing up your breath. And a big sigh out. Exhale, switch your elbows. Whichever one was in front, you switch it. Notice what that does to your brain, your mind, your head. And when we're starting to breathe in these ways and bring greater awarenesses,
May you come back to your sensory system. Really sense and feel what is the primary. We love to forget. It's how we get so distracted so easily. And when you can have the focus of your primary sense as a gateway, you will start to be way more focused in life and focused in every day's journey as though it was the most important moment that you've ever experienced. Take one more inhale, be in presence of bubbling spring on the balls of your feet. Now let your hands dangle to the earth and you will slowly rise all the way up. And we call this standing strong mountain as your arms rise to Father Sky, but your feet are just as invested into the below of Mother Earth. And just feel this right now as your head, your eyes are starting to deepen into this experience, but holding your connection to utmost middle and gate of life. This is how you hold your center body of attunement. Take an inhale. Now, if you would like to, open into cactus arms as you bend your elbows in a wide way, almost like branches of a tree. Inhale back up to the sky with your arms and fingertips beaming to the above, and you have 2 more rounds of this. Cactus your arms, but the awareness is in your feet. That's it. Inhale, rise up, but stay attuned to the 3 points we have taught today. Exhale, clear and release, starting to move something away from your heart as you surrender one body's length distance into the earth of the below. Good. Bring your hands together and point your pointer finger to the sky like an arrow. Step your left foot behind your right. Now move your left hip forward. Squeeze through your inner legs. Really be with bubbling spring to the below. Take an inhale through your left side body as you sway to the right. Now please let your whole right side of head soften in your right bicep. 3 rounds of breath. Listen to the sound of your breath. Come back to sound. What do you hear? What do you feel? Gorgeous. That's it. And allowing your right hip to slide forward. Inhale through your left side body. And as you engage your utmost middle, there it is. Exhale out your air. Squeeze your inner legs together. Inhale back to center. Rise all the way back to center into strong standing mountain. And bringing your hands down towards your thighs for Ukutasana. Hands are closer to the crease of your hip than not. Lifting your spiraling spine up. Now look down at your feet. Are they invested? Are they connected? You have 3 rounds of Uddiyana Bandha. Let's move. Inhale into gate of life. Exhale out all of your air. Squeeze low belly in and up. Hold. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale out all of your air. Scoop low belly in and up. Hold. 1 more round. Inhale. Center line, gate of life, utmost middle, and your kidney 1 are all a part of it. Release. Arms up. All the way up. Cactus your arms. Inhale. And exhale is your cactus. Clearing it out. Inhale. Palms together. Intertwine your hands, but let your pointer finger like an arrow release. Second side, step behind, right foot to the outside of your left, waving to the left like a tree. Remembering how you were with the natural world of tree with running water. Where are you now? May you move your right hip slightly forward. That's it. There you go. And on your exhale, draw utmost middle forward. There you go. Now take this moment to feel all 3 points: bubbling spring, gate of life, utmost middle. Use all of the parts. Lean your left side of face into your left bicep. Yeah, and that's where the experience of vision and what you hear in this world, we get to soften that as you're finding a deeper layer of roots. One more inhale, you got it. Squeeze your inner leg center. Inhale, back to center. Cactus your arms, exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Strong from your center. This time, exhale, bow forward. All the way to Mother Earth. Forward fold is another way of saying it. Step back to plank pose. Step back to plank pose. Now, may you know your limitations here. Wrist, shoulder injured, you probably need to be on your knees. Low back sensitive, you may need to be on your knees. Chris is holding the full. This is all about gate of life, utmost middle. Let me just tell you this. This is essential. Finding your center line strong. This is less about strength and more internal knowingness that you are. Lift up through your armpits. This should get a little difficult the longer that you hold. It gets more difficult when your mind says you're done, but you know you've got more to give. You got it. Lift up through your armpits. You're not holding so much pressure through your wrists. Remembering bubbling spring, feel the strong waters. They're rising, they're lifting. One more inhale here. And if you can, go so slow down for 4 counts. 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back into Sphinx. Now, if you'd like to add on, you can lift up more into a higher cobra. I'm going to keep Chris here today. Right, simplicity. Now let your head drop all the way down. There you go. Yeah. Fill up into your gate of life and your beautiful rolling belly. I'd rather you find big movement in your belly than restricting it in rigidity. This is where your power builds, is from chakra 2, from utmost middle. Use this as a way of building your tools, of your waters in their movement. Take one more inhale. And release. Hands and knees. Hands and knees, just come straight on up. And really training yourself to hold that neutrality. Stamp your right foot forward into lunge. And just bring your right foot forward. That's it. And you might want to pad your left knee if you have tender knees. Good. Yep, and your hands are on the earth. And notice Chris doubled up his mat. That's definitely another way to go. And if you need to, here's a block as you are holding a low lunge. And this is really a way in Earthways Yoga that we acknowledge Mother Earth,
and the support. And are you centered within your being through the soles of your feet, through the rootedness of your hips? Nice. And then from there, noticing that Chris is beginning to rise. Hands on a block. Right hand can be on thigh. And eventually arms to the above if you'd like to. What the goal here is to sense and feel your connection to the natural world, for it is the guardian of your practice. What do you need to learn how to be more nurturing to yourself through your physical, emotional, and essence well-being by using the bridge of your sensory system as a tool to open into a deeper part of yourself. Take one more inhale. You can start to sense and feel the deep buzz. Good, release. Hands to the earth. Step back, plank pose. Just doing the whole thing all over again. And less guidance for me. Just find your own way. 5 rounds of breath. Good. Remembering the 3 points, allow them to be your teachers today. They have much to teach you about how you're holding yourself internally. Take one more inhale, you've got this, and now may you flow. Flow would be, you may move yourself so slow down, go back to Sphinx, or maybe it's a little bit of a higher cobra today. But keeping it quite foundational so you can pay attention to the smaller particulars to help you find greater openings and awarenesses about your connection to universal nurturance. Take one more inhale, right? How big can you make your belly breath? This is one of these gorgeous essentials in such a simple posture that will actually move energy in your body. Better. Downward dog, rise up. Actually, hands and knees. Hands and knees. Step left leg forward. Step left leg forward and doubling up your mat on the other side if you have tender knees. Yeah, blanket's easier sometimes. Exhale out and start low. Hands to the earth, hands on block. Let your chin drop into your chest, breathing in to the back of your neck, the back of your heart, and may you give an honoring of gratitude to Mother Earth. And from there, may you facilitate an energetic resource that's starting to build within you. And when you're feeling called, like this, we're rising. We're rising. Left foot, right foot. You don't have to look at them to know and ask, are they both invested in the same neutrality and into the same center? All about your left root on this side. Is it invested? That's it. And begin to rise your arms to the above. In this one posture of lunge, all of the layers of Earthways Yoga is happening. You're feeling the movement of your breath, the connection to Earth, and the connection to nurturance of moving and clearing patterns in your body of energy that block you from having the highest level of potency of life source reset for you. Take 3 more rounds, as this is such a posture between Mother Earth and Father Sky, and here you are, the human, right here in the middle. May you receive the recharge. You get to take 1 more inhale, and a big sigh out on your exhale. Release hands down. This time step right foot to meet your left. And let's go to Malasana. Feet wide. That's it. And so notice Chris uses a block. This is great. Now, not everybody can get into Malasana. I can actually use it without the block. I'm just noticing the differences. Hands to the earth. What a deeply grounding and nurturing posture. Sense and feel bubbling spring. Sense and feel bubbling spring. Nurturing your gate of life. And on each exhale, may you draw your utmost middle to feel the recharge that's finding reset. Good. Let's take a chest expansion, neck release. Right hand to the earth. Right elbow is in your thigh. Left arm expands to the side like a beautiful branch of tree. And allow your right ear to just drop to the right as your left hand expands out wide. That's it. And once again, may you deeply communicate. Your sense, your primary sense, was it touch, sound, or vision? Allowing it to get so refined as though you were a four-legged in the darkened woods, that this sense would create great survival. Take 1 more inhale here. Big sigh out, exhale. Switch sides. Left hand to the earth. Right arm expands to the sky. Hook your left elbow into the inside of your left inner thigh. Gorgeous. Left shoulder blade should graze down from there. And be exploratory. Yeah. Allow your right arm, like your rooted treeness that you are. Wind, light wind now has come. How does your body and being react to the wind? There you go, dear. Good, good, good. Listening to the sound of your breath, let it be deep, connected, and kind. Gorgeous. Take 1 to 2 more rounds of breath. Keep on allowing your left shoulder and the left side of your head go. 1 more round, filling up your steady, stellar roots. Release. Right hand to the earth. Relax your head. Lift your sits bone to the sky. Forward fold. Parallel your feet. Move your tools out if you use them. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, step your right leg back into lunge, crescent lunge. Bring your heel over the ball of your foot. Hands are on your hips. Bend your right knee slightly down, tailbone lengthens forward. Dig deep here, remembering all the points. Remembering all the points right now. Tailbone lengthens. Draw low belly in and up. Utmost middle is working. Now shoot your arms straight on up to Father Sky. But you're sensing and feeling the development of the soles of your feet as they're starting to build in connectivity. 3 more rounds of breath. 3 more rounds of breath. Give it a go. That's it. And you can either keep your knee quite bent for more psoas opening, or begin to open through your lunge, low belly in and up. Nice. One more inhale here. Now the slowest and most solid way that you can start to bring your right knee down to the earth. Building strength, you're going to take about 8 rounds of breath to go. Find utmost middle. Find utmost middle to help you. And where you need to, plant your hands to drop your knee gently. Left hand on thigh, right arm rises to the sky, preparing for twist. Right elbow hooks to the outside of your left thigh. If anyone is pregnant, low back sensitive, right hand to the earth, left hand to the thigh, left arm up to the sky. Whatever you got going on, feel the building blocks that you have worked on today. 3 more rounds of breath, not here long. Inhale. And on your exhale, open up your chest. Please relax your neck to the right. Build into gate of life, utmost middle, and your bubbling spring. 1 more here. And that's it. From here, release hands to the earth. Lift your back knee up. Rotate towards the right for forward fold. Rotate right for forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. We are preparing for posture of the mother. That is, you may know it in like horse, goddess pose. Walk your feet, your toes out wide. Knees expand out, that's right, and start to stick your booty out and start to settle it down. Gorgeous, and your hands begin to rise. Hands to your heart, hands to thighs, or to the above. You make the choice. Posture of the mother. This is one of the greatest engagements of symbology through the human yoga process that we can honor Mother Earth in. May you feel her exchanging with you, and feel the nurturance, the rootedness, and the fluidity that it takes to find a balanced way. Take 1 more inhale. On this last round, bring your arms directly up to the sky. Palms, do a beautiful little clap. Bring your hands to your heart. Big sigh out. Exhale, straighten your legs. Pivot to the front. Exit and step forward fold. Right foot to meet your left. Let's go into gorilla forward fold. You're almost there. Bring your palms facing up, just like Chris did, and you're allowing your feet to massage the bottoms of your palms. And yeah, let your head go. Expand your elbows out. Now come back to gate of life, breathing deeply into your root. And give it a nice billowing exhale, all your air out. One more round here. Really press hands to feet, feet to hands. This is my favorite grounding posture there is. You're getting all of your parts to say, nope, right here. May I be present within my feet and hands. Release, picking your hands up from underneath your feet. Rise all the way up into standing mountain. Now on this round, step right back into your crescent lunge. Hands are on your hips. Feel, sense, and feel your left heel over the ball of your foot. And bend your knee quite generously. We're just bringing everything together right now in this very last sequence. Feel the foundations you have built today. What is coming up for you? How is the movement of creation of your painting? What's being in awareness of the points as the teacher? That's it. You got bubbling spring. How are the waters running in your body? How are the structures of your roots of gate of life in its fill up? And the strength of how you hold your life source center. And begin to rise your arms up to Father Sky. You have 5 more rounds of breath. This should not feel easy. If it does, move your body around where something internal picks it up. And this is how you begin to clear out energy like a discerning sword, cutting something away you do not want to carry forward. You got this. 3 more rounds. Get your breath stronger, deeper, way more connected. Lion's breath out. That's just a big, oh, cool. Gorgeous. Take one more inhale. And on the slowest descent down, build your strength, all of the layers that you've learned today. And to break the landing for low back sensitive, hands would break the landing so your left knee can land kindly. Arms up, straight up to the sky. Go into your twist. Left elbow carves to the outside of your right thigh. Fist down, palm on top is how we teach it in Earthways. Prayer is lovely, but make sure you have strong, stable wrists to do so. Nice. And if you took the modified variation, left hand is on the earth or a block, right arm to the above. Trying to keep your hips as boxy as you can. Remembering right hip, right side, left side, they're in creation with one another to help you find center. Inhale into gate of life. And on your exhale, carve utmost middle as you begin to lean into the twist as you allow your neck to soften. You have 1 more round here. Release hands to the earth, making the transition to forward fold towards the left. So you come out first into lunge, pivot to the left, parallel feet to the left. You may take a forward fold or go straight into posture of the mother. And finding deep, wise hips of great wisdom. And really sense and feel the natural worlds of your guardian and guide today. That's it. You have 5 rounds of breath here. Be free with where your hands, either in prayer Hands on thighs like Chris is doing. It's beautiful for low back sensitivity, building connection to gate of life. You can even place your healing palms on your low back to gate of life and take these last moments of practice to truly fill yourself up. That's it. 2 more rounds. Dig deep. Go 3 inches lower. Bring low belly in and up. 1 more round. Release. Straighten legs. Let's take feet parallel. Interlace your hands into chest expansion. You may hold this upwards if this is feeling enough today, or forward fold as you bow in a lengthened spinal composition, but your soles of feet through bubbling spring are softening the blow, if you will. They're surrendering you into deep, nurturing waters, which might help you clear and cleanse your heart. Let your head and neck go. 1 more round. Draw low belly in and up, utmost middle. Release your hands to the earth. Nice. And however you can, getting back to your spine on the earth. Getting yourself back. Yeah, so Chris lunged to the front, then brought his left foot to the front of the mat. And now he's rolling back. Hug your knees into your chest, and you may go into full happy baby or just hug it out. Sense and feel. Good. When you're ready, Shavasana. Shavasana is as long and wide as your legs can straighten out, palms facing up or facing down. As you allow where we started in practice to soften you into this one moment of time. I will leave you here to be into your Shalasana. And from the Earthway's perspective, We give gratitude to the natural world and the guardianship of its elder ways. May you give thanks to your tree and your waterway. May you acknowledge what you learned from the natural world through yoga today. And may you make an agreement that you will follow through in what you learned and continue to learn these ways. Offering a little piece of joy, love, and appreciation. Releasing the natural world back to its environment. Take an inhale. And a nice sigh out. Exhale as it brings you back a little closer to your home, to your heart. Asking your physical body, your emotional body, and your essence body if it found a little bit more peace within. From my heart to yours, in the greatest gratitude through the teachings of Mother Earth, Father Sky, and all of the relations, may we all continue to walk in a good way together as earth walkers, beauty of light, and great kindness. Namaste.